Hey everyone, welcome to this daily stock forecast. Okay guys, let's go over the markets here. I want to start with the SPY. Today we got some FOMC minutes, as you can see. So the market gapped lower, went sideways, then we saw a little sell-off into this double bottom around 164.74. We pierced it, closed back above it. Then we are floating around until 2 o'clock. FOMC minutes came out. We saw a big flush on high volume. And then some buyers came into this market, pushed the stock market back up right to this 200 moving average, and we saw some major selling again. Now the bounce yesterday, as you can see on this daily chart, couldn't recapture the 50 moving average. We saw some selling during the end of the day, so this was also a weak signal. Now we got two lower closes below this 50 moving average, so any bounce back into this 50 moving average can be a swing short. Now where will the next major level on the SPY? The first level will be this 163, this gap fill, and then we have this pivot low around 160.50, and then we have this area with the 200 moving average around 155.45. We will get there, but the big question is when. So any bounce back in this 50 or 20 moving average can be a swing short. Now let's go over some scalping levels for tomorrow. On the upside, the first short level is 166.65. Then we have this gap window at 167.42. And then we have this gap fill at 168.74. On the downside, this double bottom will be a minor level, so I will skip that. Now let's go over the 60-minute chart here. So the gap fill here is the 163. We got a small area right here, this gap window at 163.62. This will be our first level. Then we have the gap fill at 163. We also have another small level around 161.60. And then we have this level at 160.50. Okay guys, let's go over some other names here. Let's start with Chevron. Let's go to the daily chart here. As you can see, Chevron kissed the 200 moving average. I'm still looking for a pierce into this pivot low around the 116 area for a long play. Also the daily chart becomes very oversold, so we can see a bounce back into this market based on what I'm seeing from this from Chevron and Exxon. Also Exxon will come into a little bit of support around 85.81, and it can go as low as this pivot low around 85 even number. So this will be a general area for ExxonMobil for a buy. I look for a multi-day bounce in the stock, and this will be our first level, the 87.43, and this will be our second level of resistance, 88.44. Now let's go over some scalping levels here for ExxonMobil. The first level will be the 200 moving average. Then we have this pivot high around 87.86, and then we have this level at 88 even number. On the downside, let's find some other levels. So the only level that I see on the downside for support will be the low of 85.77, and it can go as low as 85 even number. Okay, let's go over the Qs here quickly. So as you can see on this daily chart of the Qs, it's making a nice bear flag just below this 20 moving average. So I'm looking for one more day of consolidation, and maybe we see a drop on Friday or early next week. So if you're aggressive, you can look for a retrace back to this 20 moving average. I'm looking for a retrace around 75.80. My stop loss on this play will be any close above this 69.10, the 20 moving average. That will be my stop out. The first level of support will be this area, this gap window with the 50 moving average. And and then we can go as low as this gap fill as second target, 73.51. Alright guys, and I want to go over some scalp trade that I send out to Twitter, so you can follow me on Twitter, StockHunter1984. So I tweeted this morning on a pierce of 150, Tesla was short. As you can see, we pierced it on the opening candle, went as high as 150.26. My entry was 150.04, and as you can see, we got a nice 30-minute sell-off into the stock, right into this double bottom area. They hold the stock here, pushed it up. Some in spirit of bull flag failed. Then we saw some consolidation into the FOMC, and then we saw a push off and a sell off again. Now let's go over how I came to the level of the pierce of 150. So let's go over this daily chart here. First, let's erase some lines. Now if you take a fib level from this high to the recent lows, yesterday we came into this 618, and today we gapped just a little bit higher. So what we got here? So we got this gap window, the 168, the 618 retrace, and then the 150 even number. So this was a major resistance. And also the stock is at the highs, so we saw a nice sell-off from the highs into the 20 moving average, got a bounce, and now we're seeing back some selling in the stock. Now this can be seen as a swing short also. I grabbed a little bit of put options on Tesla. My first level of support on the downside will be this area, this recent pivot low, and the second level will be this gap fill with the 50 moving average. This will be my second support area. Okay guys, this was it for today. I want to thank you all for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn.